Hello everyone, I welcome you all on behalf of TIT. I am Pankaj Singh, your aptitude coach. Today we are discuss a topic that is number system, right? So first of all, we will discuss classification of numbers, right? What is numbers? Numbers is basically collection of digits. If we divide numbers broadly, we can divide it in two parts, real numbers and imaginary number. What is imaginary number? Imaginary number is a square root of a negative number. If we are finding a square root of negative number, that is a square root of minus 4. So we will get imaginary number. Root minus 4 is a imaginary number. Root minus 4 equal to root 4 into root minus 1. Root minus 1 is an imaginary number and it is represented by iota. And a square root of 4 is plus minus 2. So root minus 4 will become plus minus 2i, right? So plus minus 2i, it is an imaginary number. So any number that is under the square root of under a square root is negative, then it is called imaginary number. And all numbers that can be represented on a number line are called real numbers. If we further divide real number, we can divide it in two parts, rational number and irrational number, right? What is rational number? A number that can be written in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q must not be equal to 0 are called rational number. And a number that cannot be written in the form of p by q are called irrational number, or we can say numbers which are non-terminating and non-recurring in nature are called irrational number. For example, root 2, root 3, root 5, pi, these all numbers are irrational numbers. These type of numbers are called irrational numbers. Further, if we classify irrational number, we can divide it in integers and fraction, right? Integers and fraction. Integers are the numbers, for example, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. These types of number are called integers. And what is fraction? The number which are written in the form of p by q are called fraction. If p is less than q, then it is called proper fraction, and if p is greater than q, then it is called improper fraction. For example, 7 by 10 is proper fraction and 10 by 7 is improper fraction. Further, 10 by 7 can be written as 1 whole 3 by 7. This type of number is called mixed fraction. It means improper fraction can be further changed into mixed fraction, right? Further, integers can be divided in three parts: negative integer, 0 and positive integers. Minus infinity to minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 up to minus infinite. These numbers are called negative integers. And 0 is neither positive nor negative. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all these numbers are called positive integers. Clear? Further, what is natural numbers? Natural numbers are called counting numbers. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These types of number are called natural number which are used in counting. What is whole number? If we include 0 in the family of natural number, we will get whole numbers, right? What is prime numbers? The number which have only two factors, 1 and itself, are called prime numbers. There are 25 prime numbers between 1 and 100. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 up to 97. All these numbers are prime number because it has only two factors, 1 and number itself. But 1 is neither prime nor composite. Why? Because composite numbers are the numbers which have at least three factors, and prime numbers are numbers which have exactly two factors, but one has only one factor, so it is not counted in composite number or prime number. It is just a natural number. One is neither prime nor composite. Clear? Now, Properties of odd and even number. What is even number? A number that is divided by 2 is called even number, and the number which are not divided by 2 are called odd numbers. So, if we have two numbers P and Q, P is odd and Q is odd, then P plus Q will be even, P minus Q will be even, PQ will be odd, and P raised to the power Q will be odd. Further, if P is odd and Q is even, then P plus Q will be odd, P minus Q will be odd, P into Q will be even, and P raised to the power Q will be odd. If P is even and Q is odd, then P plus Q will be odd, P minus Q will be odd, P into Q will be even, P raised to the power Q will be even. If P is even and Q is even, then P plus Q will be even, P minus Q will be even, P into Q will be even, and P raised to the power Q is also even. So, we can conclude that sum and difference of two numbers will be odd if one of them is odd and other is even. And sum and difference will be even if both the numbers are of same time, is that either both are odd or both are even. Now, for product of numbers, product is odd only when both numbers are odd, otherwise it will be always even. For power or exponent, it always depends on base. For example, P raised to the power Q will be odd if P is odd, and P raised to the power Q is even if P is even. It only depends on base, not depend on exponent. Clear? Now 22 by 7 is 3.142857 bar and pi is 3.143246. It means pi is very close to 22 by 7 but is not exactly equal to 22 by 7. That's why in calculation we use pi as 22 by 7 because it is very close. But pi is an irrational number and 22 by 7 is a rational number. Clear? If we are finding irrational number between two integers a and b, then we can say irrational number will be nth root of a into b, that is a square root of ab, or it may be cubic root of ab, or it may be fourth root of ab. So we can say irrational number between 2 and 3 will be a square root of 2 into 3, that is 6. Irrational number between 4 and 9 will be cubic root of 4 into 9, that is cubic root of 36, because a square root of 36 is 6, that is rational number, not irrational number. So there are infinite irrational number exist between any two integers, and also there are infinite rational number exist between any two integers. So further we can conclude that 1, 2, 3, 4 are called natural numbers, and if we add 0 in this group we will get whole numbers. Now if we add negative integers in this group we will get integers, and further if we include fraction in this group we will get rational numbers. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now what is twin prime numbers? Two prime numbers with difference of 2 are called twin prime number. For example, 3, 5. Both are prime and having difference 2, so it is called twin prime number. Similarly, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19 are all twin prime number. Now, what is relative prime number or co-prime numbers? Number having HCF 1 is called co-prime numbers. Both numbers may be prime or it may not be prime. For example, 13, 15, 16, 9, 14, 17. These groups are called prime, co-prime number because 13 and 15 have HCF1, 16 and 9 have HCF1, 14 and 17 have HCF1. So these groups are called co-prime number. Semi-prime number. Semi-prime number is a number that is the product of exactly two prime numbers. The two primes in the product may equal to each other or it may be different. There are infinitely semi-prime numbers. For example, 4. 4 is a product of 2 into 2. So it is called prime number, semi-prime number. 6. 6 is called semi-prime number because it is a product of prime number 2 and prime number 3. 9 is semi-prime number because it is a product of prime number 3 and 3. Right. So, if 2x plus 3y equal to 10 and xy belongs to integer, which of the following is definitely true? X is even, x is odd, y is even, y is odd. Right. 2x plus 3y is 10 given, and 2x is always even irrespective of x. Right. So, it means x is even or odd, but 2x will always be even. Now, even plus 3y equal to even. That's why 3y must be even. And for 3y to be even, y must be an even number. So, option number C is correct. I hope it is clear to everyone. Thank you.